Well, we're back. We're at Dunwich with Darrell, Nathaniel Cho, and we're on a train. So, I'm just going to read this intro. Recent events in the museum have forced you to re-evaluate Armitage's tale about Dunwich. It cannot be a coincidence. Wilbur Whatley, the Necronomicon, the creature from Dunwich, and the people and creatures who attacked here in Arkham, everything must be connected. You're certain now where you must head. The lonely and dismal town of Dunwich Village. You considered telling the Massachusetts State Police what you know, but the negative consequences outweigh the potential gain. Given the nature of your story, they would likely write your story off as an absurd hoax. Worse, they could lock you up. After all, you were present in an illegal speakeasy, and you also trespassed in the museum. Instead, you decide to head to Dunwich yourself in order to investigate further. You pack everything you think you might need and manage to get some rest for the night. In the morning, you head to the train station in Northside and purchase a last-minute express ticket. Dunwich is several hours by train northwest along the Miskatonic River Valley. There is no train station in Dunwich, but you manage to phone one of Armitage's acquaintances in the small village, a man by the name of Zebulon Whatley, who was present during the events several months ago. Armitage's notes indicate that the Whatley farm is spread across many branches, some descendant and unscrupulous, others undecayed or otherwise untouched by nefarious and diabolic rites. According to Armitage, Zebulon's branch of the family lay somewhere in between the decayed and the undecayed Whatleys, who knew of the traditions of his ancestors but was not corrupted by them. He agrees to pick you up at the closest station and drive you into town. As the train departs from Arkham, you feel the events of the previous night catching up to you. An exhaustion sets in, but before you can safely reach your destination, the train car suddenly rumbles and shakes, startling you out of your reverie. The train loudly skids to a violent halt, and you hear a rattling noise behind you. Alright, I've set it up. We got a random train car, random engine car. I need to resolve my mulligans. Before I start, my deck upgrades, I upgraded the other counter punch and the other 1-2 punch in Nathaniel Cho, and I upgraded both the scavenging in Darrell, so it lets us play it immediately from the graveyard, or we can put it to our hand. So, yeah, should be good. So, our agenda is where there's smoke. As the train comes to a jarring stop, you look out the window and see an immense tear in the sky, like a rip in a piece of cloth. We need two doom, and it'll tick over. And then this one is run. The train is stopped on a bridge high above the river. You might be able to survive the fall, but you don't like your chances. We have to try and get to the engine car. So, if someone gets to the engine car, we advance. Okay, let's do our mulligan. Alright, we don't need Shadowlight. We haven't got anything to really reduce it. We kind of want winging it in the bin. That can go back. I want to get clues as soon as possible. Hawkeye's going to be good because we're just going to go clue, empty, clue, empty, clue, empty. We'll keep these 3. We should actually we're supposed to see what this train car has on us. So, it's 3 in that. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep these 3, I guess. Do I want the... I like the deduction. The empirical hypothesis is very good for everything. You know what, I'll throw the hypothesis back as well. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to draw some more cards. Alright, well, we've got a bunch of our weaknesses. Well, that's what we get instead. Flashlight's good. We'll do his discard in a sec. And now, 1... Alright, well, Cho, we definitely want anything with fight on it. Let's Ditch. Ditch. Safeguard's pretty good because I don't want to have to walk everywhere. We'll get rid of those 3. Boxing gloves is nice to see. Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, we'll do the top 10 discard. 2, 3. Well, there's a couple of wing units in the bin, so that's good. Let's just have Cho go first. His turn is easy. He's going to play boxing gloves. He's going to play this safeguard. And he's going to get a money. That's his turn. Darrell's going to play his Hawkeye. What do we got here? We got Armitage after... Armitage can wait. I'm going to play this flashlight. And we're just going to investigate, and we're going to use this deduction. Let's try and get these immediately out of the way. So this is his last one. Alright, 5, 6. Yep. So we're going to get 2 here. And that's it. We should see what it says. It says it's only after we enter, which we don't do that at the start. Anyway, I'm going to put the Doom on now, because otherwise I'll forget. It's up. Enemy phase, there's none. Upkeep. Then bad card, I've already shuffled them. Resurgent Evils. So, Peril, I have to draw the top 2 or place a Doom. We're going to draw the top 2. Baleful Welcome. Choose 2 of the following actions. Well, we want to be able to move. Let's say evade. And... man, that's terrible. We want to be able to fight. I feel like there could be... like if we get a grappling horror, it could be bad. I guess Cho could just punch something to death. Yeah, because he might just on the hunt. We'll say... yeah, we'll say evade and play. Ugh. And this is the second one. Each card in our discard pile if there's one in our hand. So leather coat, Armitage, Perception. I don't think there was. So there definitely isn't going to be an Armitage. There's no leather coat. And there's no Perception. So if I take no horror, discard the top 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3. That's discarded. Let's move on to Cho. Okay, it wasn't too bad. He's got violent commands. So he either has to punch someone or... yeah. Let's just try and get these. So I'm going to take a photo of his violent commands. That's a thing I can do. I feel like we should just go this move. So we're going to do the first one with a Perception. Yep. Draw a card. Get a clue. We also get this evidence of violent commands. And Darrell will do it again. Oh. So that's on 1. That's fine then. Right, because we're at 5 minus 4. That's 1 versus 1. Oh man, luckily. Luckily for the flashlight. So that's that done. We get an evidence here. And we can move into here. Yeah, so we will. Cho's going to safeguard in with us. So, and what's this say? It can't be investigated. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Discover a clue. Okay. Well, that's a slightly annoying one, but it's not so bad. We can't exactly play any cards this turn. Alright. Well, I think Cho's gonna discard a card. Get a clue. I think he's gonna... Man. He can take a horror this turn. Yeah. He's gonna do that. I think he might do another one and then just draw a card. I will ditch this to get another clue and then draw a card for his last action. That seems alright. Enemy phases, none, upkeep. Okay, so we've got our, if we fail, weakness. Another on the hunt. Cho has to test this. We're just going to go 3 to 3. -2. Add a doom to the nearest cultist. There's none. He takes a horror from this. Anyway, we put a doom on here. It ticks over. It's the conductor. So he spawns at the leftmost location. He's massive. When he's defeated, he just gets attached to this and comes back a bunch. Then we do our bad card, infinite doorway. So that's attached here. Oops, that's not the right thing to tap. I want to tap my codec and take a photo of it. Try and take a photo of it. Claws of Steam. So we have to test brain. If we fail, take 2 damage and we can't move. Let's go up by 1. And, because he might want to move out with me. And Darrell's gonna help with his ability to make it a 1. So we're at 4 versus 1. Current agenda is 1, I believe. Let's double check. Yep, the agenda is 1. Alright. Okay, so, after we fail a skill test, and what's... Oh, we're not going to fail a skill test here. We're going to... You know what? Yeah, we'll discard... We're going to discard, Henry to get this last clue. I think it's only if you, after you discover any number of clues. Yeah, okay, so I can just do it by discovering clues. Okay, so we'll get this evidence. So that's one action. We do want to move out of here. So the infinite doorway is discard the top. If it's a weakness, we draw it. Otherwise, we search our hand or play area, etc. for all of them. We are going to move. So we're going to do that. Boom. So there's none in our hand. Play area. It's a resourcefulness. Cho's going to safeguard in. I believe he has to do it too. It's a weakness, so we have to draw it. Okay. Yep, draw it. Okay, well, he's in with us. That was our second action. It cannot be investigated. Spend resources? Man. Alright then. I also should have gotten a Hawkeye on discovering the last clue here. But yeah. I'll spend 3 resources, get a clue. The faster we do this, the better. Darrell's done. Okay, well, I was going to use the... I mean, I want the money to investigate, but this guy's going to take 3 punches anyway. We're just going to punch him with boxing gloves. We're at 5 versus 2. He takes a damage. We'll do it again. He's at 5 versus 2. He takes a damage. And one more time, 5 versus 2. He takes a damage. He's done. So, we get to do the boxing glove thing. We can search the top 9 for a spirit card. We're looking for something... man, I was hoping it would be a 1-2 punch in there. We'll take this sweeping kick though. Sweeping kick's cool. I like sweeping kick. We'll take the sweeping kick, add it to our hand. We do have to test this. 3 versus 3. Yeah, we take a horror. Okay. So, that's it. Enemy phase. This guy's going to move up. We'll do upkeep. It's probably going to be Cho's job to get that last clue here. Bad card. Mysterious chanting. I believe it's a doom. 2 doom on the nearest cultist. If there's none, search for a cultist. Alright, we'll search for a cultist. Sure, we'll get this cultist. Oh, do we? Or... I'm thinking of just trying to get, like, one of the terrible ones out of the way. Like, this is a terrible one? Yeah, let's get this one. This is a terrible one. Boop, boop, and it gets shuffled. This goes in an empty space. It's going to be here. At the end of the Mythos phase, it's going to get a Doom on it. We'll just put the Doom now, because we're about to hit that. Mysterious Chanting? Well, he's going to get 2 more Doom on him. There we go. Alright. That's us. I think what's going to happen is... Cho's gonna get over here on this enemy here. He's gonna drag him to us. He's gonna engage it, and then he's gonna fight it. So he's at 7 versus 2. Yep. I'm gonna trigger his ability, so it's gonna do an extra damage. This guy's dead. We'll boxing gloves, the top 9. For one of these 1-2 punches. Okay. So that was his first action. His second action is going to be to get this clue. Third action, I guess, is just going to be to get a clue. Next turn we really need to get rid of this by punching someone. Darrell's going to move. Cho's going to safeguard in. Boop. Alright, what do we got? It's... After we enter the passenger car, we have to either discard cards from our hand with at least 2 total fist icons, or take 2 damage. Okay. Well, Darrell's going to take 2 damage. I believe this is a matching symbol for it, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, we've got 4 Shroud here. Darrell has 6 book at the moment. He's got that. Alrighty. Jeez. 6 versus 2. I might... So that was his first action. I might draw a card. My second action. Okay. You know what? We've got these wing units in here. Let's use a wing unit. So we'll use a wing unit. So the place gets minus shroud. We get an additional clue. Gets shuffled back in. So the shroud is 3. We're 6 versus 3. I'm going to ditch this empirical hypothesis to go 7 or 3. Yep. So we get both clues because of winging it. Okay. That is our turn. Enemy phase. This. Oh, also I have to do my violent commands before I forget. 3 versus 3. Boat. No. There we go. Then the enemy moves. We've got an upkeep. Upkeep. It doesn't do anything unless I fail, right? Yeah. So, this should be something going away. The rearmost car detaches as it's pulled backwards. To your horror, it rises off the tracks and is consumed by the gate. Remove the leftmost from the game if it had victory, blah blah blah. Discard all clues. No more clues. Okay, so this passenger car is gone. It can live in the box. Alright. So now we got the bad cards. So it's Claws of Steam. I have to pass a test. If I fail, I take 2 damage and can't move. So we want to pass this test. I'm going to use my evidence from my camera to make it a test of 1. And let's throw this Grunny Orn at it as well, so we get +1. 4 versus 1. Yeah, we're good. What is this? Need for knowledge. If you have no clues, it gains search. Okay, we just lost all our clues. Okay. We cannot fight or evade. Yeah, fight or evade. And hope that this next train car doesn't say spawn or grasp in horror. Anyway, he's gonna have his turn. He's gonna deal 2 damage to himself to get rid of this. He's not going to do much. He's going to move into the car just in case. It's the dining car. Woo! Yeah, of course. Of course. Where's a grappling horror? There's a bloody grappling horror. Wow. Cho has now this grappling horror on him. And he can't do anything else. He can't fight or evade. Well, isn't that interesting? I don't think he gets another action. I think he's just got to pass. Yeah, he's just got to pass. He's done. Alright. So, Cho's done. Darrell's going to move. 1, you know what, he's going to go ahead. He's going to go ahead of Cho. 2. So, after we enter it, we must either discard cards from our hand with at least 2 total feat icons, or take 2 damage. Ugh. Ugh. Well, I have to take 2 damage. In that case, I think, for my last action, I'm going to play Leather Coat. And I'm done. Oh yeah, enemy phase. This guy punches us for 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Upkeep. We drew that wing in it. Did I reset? Man, I have to go back. I don't think I reset this. I think I just flipped this. So we should be at 1 doom. Yeah, I didn't. And the agenda was set to 2. Anyway. Broken rails. So, each investigator at your location loses an action. Each investigator with 4 or more damage must also discard an asset. Buy flashlight. I think I also forgot to do the Hawkeye thing there too. That's alright. Acolyte. Spawn in an empty location. We'll spawn him in the train car, I guess. Alright. I think Cho's gonna go first. Because Cho really needs to get this guy off him. So it's 3 damage. 3 health. We'll do a clean him out. Just for the basic one. So we're at 7 because of the boxing gloves versus 3. I like that. That's fine. So, -1. If we would fail and it's our turn. Nope. Alright, so he takes 2 damage. We're just going to fight him and put this dare into it. So we're at like 10. Yep. We draw a card from dare in. He dies. We'll boxing gloves. Probably a monster slayer, I guess. And then we're going to move for our last action. So fight, fight, move. Alright, so Darrell doesn't get an extra action. He should probably get rid of this, but no, we've got heaps. We haven't failed yet. What's Warren Rice give to us? Plus book. Ooh. Plus book, a bunch of soak. Where's the grappling horror's going to move there? I tell you what, we'll go... I'll wait for my dog to finish barking. Anyway, I tell you what, we'll go a resource and we'll throw down Warren Rice. And that'll be our turn. Then this will go here. Upkeep. This will happen. This time I'll reset it. The next car is ripped backwards with violent force. A middle-aged man hangs from his fingertips as the car flies unhindered towards the rift. In moments, the car is consumed whole. The man lets go rather than be pulled into the void. He starts to fall, but is caught by the force and pulled inside anyway. So, same thing as before. We lose all clues that we don't have. This gets put in the victory display if it had something. It didn't have anything. Okay. Bad card. The need for knowledge. We don't have any clues. Idle hands, so it wants me to take damage to something. Otherwise, I take horror. That's not too bad for him. He might take a photo of it. Oh. Alright. Spawn location to your right or your location if... No, okay. So he's in play exhausted. That's something for Cho to worry about. What was I going to do? Yeah, I was going to take a photo of my idle hands. Alright, so Cho's got to worry about this. This is going to... He's doing 2 and 1, and then that the turn after. So maybe Cho just goes and punches that guy. How much time have we got? We've got 4 until he's back. This is also in the bin from that car. Alright, well, we'll just have Darrell go first. We're going to burn the midnight oil on this. So we're just going to investigate 6 to 1. That's not too bad. You know what? We'll deduction it. Sure. Yep. So we get 2 clues. Yeah, we'll just do it again. That's basic. Oh, we've got 7 now because of Warren Rice. We'll go again. Yep. We get a clue. We'll go again. Yep, we get another clue. And we'll decide if we want to do these idle hands. So if we do these idle hands, 2 damage, discard it. Oh, also this is on here. Sure. We'll do it to our coat, and we'll do another investigate action as our extra action. Okay. Okay. Alright, on to Cho. So, we've got a couple of things we can do. I think he's just going to go back and fight the man. So we're going to grab this. We'll move, fight the conductor for health. Okay, let's... I guess we'll just 1-2 punch him. Maybe. Or maybe we save the 1-2 punch for the big boy over here. What's the big boy? He's... Yeah, we might save 1-2 punch for the big boy here. We can take him. We should be able to take him down with a Monster Slayer and a sweeping kick. So let's Monster Slay him first. Boom. We're at 7 versus 3. Yep. So he's going to take 2 damage. You know what? Maybe we just move back in and counterpunch him. Yeah. We're going to move back in here. He's going to try and attack us. We're going to counterpunch him in response. So we're at 9. Yeah, we do. He takes 2. He does a die. He goes attached to the agenda. He sits up here, and we get to boxing gloves again. Alright, another 1-2 punch. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, that's Cho done, and Darrell's done. So, enemy phase, nothing's going to happen. During the upkeep, these will happen. I'll just do that now. Upkeep. Oh, that's a good draw. Old key ring. We got a Doom here. Broken rails. So he loses another action. I have to discard an asset. Few putts. Another one. Oh my gosh. Oh, alright. Well, Cho, you've got some business to handle. Alright. We're going to play this old key ring on Darrell's turn, and then we're going to investigate. So we're at 6 because we lost our friend. But it's the Shroud's 1. We can't fail. So this goes away. this happens. And that's him done. It's up to Cho now. So this guy's not going to attack this one. So whoop, we move in here. So we've got to move all this stuff away. Cho's going to have these. Something's going to happen as well, so I have to do that. Let's put these here. And then the act ticks over. Boom. So, the investigators entering the train car reads the following. A tender car filled with coal blocks your way to the engine cab. Swallowing your fear, you climb out the nearby window and clamber onto the roof of the train, making your way across the tender car. The steady backwards motion of the train makes it difficult for you to get your footing. As you get close, a winged creature swoops from above, its body composed of piping hot steam. So we're going to do the fist one, because he's good at punch. So it's a test of 5 versus 3. We are going to throw an overpower to it. So we're at 7 versus 3. What agenda are we on? We are on agenda 3, so that's -3. Yep, so that's a 4. We pass, we get a card. Alright, and we've done that. This now says, get the engine running. If there's no clues, advance. This engine car cannot be investigated. After you reveal it, put the set-aside engineer into play. Alright. So, we have the engineer. Is this an annoying one? I sure as hell hope it isn't. So, if he's ready, parlay. Okay, we can parlay book. If you succeed, take control of him. If we already control engineer, discover a clue instead. Okay, so we have to do this test repeatedly. Fair enough. Alright, well, that was Cho's move action. His second action... oh yeah, we've got another counter punch in hand. Second action is going to be to 1-2 punch this monstrosity. So, we get +2 from our boxing gloves. Then this first test is automatically successful. It's automatically successful. I don't know whether you have to draw a thing on those. And deals +1 damage. So it deals 2 damage. And then this next one we get +3 for it. No, you son of a... Yep, that happens. Alright. So we got another action. I think what we're going to do is we're going to sweeping kick it. Sweeping kick it? Man. It's pretty annoying that we have to sweeping kick it. We'll sweeping kick it. So we're at 7 +2. We're at 9. 9 versus 4. Yep. So that'll put us at 6. It's automatically evaded. He takes +1 extra damage, but we're gonna use our ability to kill it. So it takes 2 and then an extra 1 from our ability. That's 5. He goes in the bin, but technically in the victory display. Alright, well that's Cho's turn. That's everything, I believe. So this enemy's going to punch him. I'll put the Doom on here, ready. This guy's going to reset. Upkeep. We got a perception, upkeep. We got a violent commands. Need for knowledge. If you have no clues, he ain't got no clues. A helpless passenger. This goes to our left. Yeah. He just sits here. So, does this say it cannot be investigated, but he can discover a clue. Cho's going to go first. He's going to do this. And he is going to discover a clue. Yeah, take that. Now he's got a clue. He's then going to 1-2 punch this monstrosity. So, automatically successful. Hey, it's successful. I'm just drawing it because I'm not sure. It does +1 damage. We're going to hit it again. We're at 10. Alright, this time it gets obliterated. It's dead. So that was our first action. This also is going to live over here. We'll do our boxing glove thing. I don't know what we've got left. We've got another Monster Slayer. We've got to stand together. We've got some glory. I'll probably replace those glories with something else. We haven't used them. We'll grab this Monster Slayer. Okay. So, we did a fast action to get the clue. We did the 1-2 punch to kill that man. We're going to punch this guy at 7-3. Yep, he's dead. And then our last action, we're going to do this hallowed mirror, because I don't want to die anytime soon, and Darrell might be close to death. He's also close to death. Alright, so screw this passenger, we don't like him. Darrell's going to move here. We don't mind doing that. We don't want to fail either. Failing is bad. Also, for the sake of it, I hella discovered all of those clues for my Hawkeye folding camera off here. I'm going to remember to do it. It's done. Also, I should remember that I'm going to take a photo of my violent commands since I got them last time. Alright. So we're at 6. I'm going to parlay the man. I'm going to perception it. I'm just going to make sure we get the first one no matter what. So we're at 8. Yep. So we've got him on us now. So we control him. I don't know. He's going to sit here. We also draw a card. Alright. Moved. We've done that. So we just have to parlay him a bunch. I guess I'll just parlay him again. I'll use an evidence from my Kodak. So we're at 6 versus 2. Yep. So we're going to get this evidence and a clue. And that's it. I have to do this. Test 3 versus 3. No, I take a thing. Enemies. There's no enemies. Upkeep. Ooh. Doom goes on here. An acolyte in an empty location. He can live there. An empty location. He can live here. Well, that's definitely going to tick over next turn. And it was going to tick over that turn anyway, so. But it might not. Because I think we can just do this. So, we didn't get anything. I'm just going to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to do a test. Reduce it by 2. Yep. So I get a clue. Man, Darrell's so good. And then this next test, I'm going to do a book test. I'm going to put scavenge into it. And I guess, has he got anything? Yeah, he can help us with this on the hunt. So we're at 9. I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, plus his 9 versus 4. Yep, that's enough to do it. we get the clue. I've had this go way worse, this scenario, like third car, the one with the double foot test, and characters with like 2 feet and failed it and just been like sucked off into the vortex. So this went pretty good. But I think these 2 characters are good. Let's see what the end says. The engine roars to life and kicks into motion. You shovel coal in the engine's firebox and are relieved to see the train is moving once again. Resolution 1. Alright. No one was defeated. We breathe a sigh of relief as the gate behind the train collapses harmlessly upon itself. The few passengers who survived the ordeal seem unable to comprehend what just happened. One passenger mentions, "A pipe bursting in the rear car," and that quickly becomes the explanation for the innocent and ignorant, those who cannot or choose not to delve further into the mystery. You, on the other hand, know better, although in hindsight, you wish you didn't. So each investigator earns victory value X of the display. I don't think there's that much. So we got 1 here, 1 here. That's 2. Then we got 3. We got 4. That's not too bad. Darrell had a saved point. So that's pretty nice. I think that's it. Yeah, next one is Blood on the Altar. Let's see if we can save people or whether they'll get sacrificed. Depends on Darrell, really. I mean Cho. Cho does everything. Join us next time. See ya.